Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́ níbikíbi tẹ́ tí ń wò mí. Good day, wherever you're watching me from. Thanks for joining me. I'm here today again for us to explore more of the subtleties of Yoruba words. Yoruba words can be similar but different, vastly different in ways that may not be apparent to the beginner learner or the non-speaker. And I'll use a few words to highlight that today. In Yoruba, what we take away or what we leave unsaid can have very significant connotations for the two and for the person we're speaking with. Two of the words I'll be talking about today are àjọṣe and the slightly different àjọṣepọ̀. Àjọṣe means the act of collaborating, the act of doing something together. Jọ, together, ṣe, doing, and then the before those two words is something called a noun maker. It turns verbs into noun. So it turns doing something together, àjọṣe, into noun, àjọṣe, which means collaboration, as I said before. Now the suffix pọ̀ in àjọṣepọ̀ adds a whole new dimension to it. Àjọṣepọ̀ has intimacy connotations. So you cannot nowadays say you have àjọṣepọ̀ with someone that you're not being sexually intimate with. So you can say to a friend or to someone you're doing business with, àjọṣe wa ò ní bàjẹ́ o. That means our collaboration won't go sour. However, you cannot say àjọṣepọ̀ wa ò ní bàjẹ́. Àjọṣepọ̀ is reserved for matters of intimacy. It may not have always been the case because the Yorubas do have another word for intimacy as regards sexual relations, which is ìbálòpọ̀, or sometimes shortened to ìbálò. But over time, more and more, the understanding has evolved and àjọṣepọ̀ is now very frequently being used, and maybe even more so than ìbálòpọ̀. There's also another word that further complicates things slightly, which is ìbáṣepọ̀, which for some weird reason is still somewhat understood as collaboration in its platonic form. However, I've just highlighted those words, the two main words I wanted to explore and that I want you to hold in mind and to understand the subtle differences of àjọṣe àti àjọṣepọ̀. Àjọṣe, collaboration in the form of business, platonic friendship. Àjọṣepọ̀, collaboration in terms of intimacy. I hope you understand the context of these words, and I encourage to practice using them correctly. I hope it does not seem too daunting knowing the differences between these things and knowing what to say or what not to say. And I hope, as always, that you found this useful in some ways. Èmi ni tiyín ní tòótọ́, Yoruba Mama. Ẹ ṣeun. Thank you very much.